What is up, guys? It's your boy Rick Kakis, and today we've got some brand spankin' new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, revealing official information. And so, let's get started. Now, first things first, what has been going on in-game this week? Well, actually quite a lot. On the weekend was the first ever Trials of Osiris of Season of Defiance, and it introduced the incredibly powerful Immortal SMG. In fact, this weapon is so powerful, as you can see according to Trials report, it's already risen to the #1 spot, the most used weapon within the PvP meta. And it didn't even exist until this past weekend, so yeah, that is pretty nuts. But guys, right after that, with the Tuesday reset, the first Iron Banner of Season of Defiance then went live. It introduced 2 new weapons to the loot pool, the Yoram's Claw Pulse Rifle and the Bite of the Fox Snipe Rifle. Did a video breaking down the PvP and PvE god rolls with both of those, but importantly, they also actually changed the perks with a lot of the existing weapons. So even though you were able to get certain weapons in previous seasons of Iron Banner, they have new perks this season, and one causing a lot of hubbub is the Hero's Burden. This 900 RPM SMG is the first and only primary weapon in the entire game to be able to get destabilizing rounds. Now bear with me because your boy's got a rant for a second. I made a video talking about the god roll, why I liked it, and I said it was a best in slot weapon. And not even a minute after the video went up, people were in the comments arguing, "You dumb, stupid YouTuber, there's no way this is better than a funnel web." So if I'm using a Dawn Chorus Scorch build, the funnel web is the best in slot. No, it's the Callus Mini Tool, because the best in-slot weapons change depending on the build and the activity. There's literally different best in-slot weapons every single Grandmaster because of the different modifiers. So as I said in the video, there's certain Void builds, such as a stylish Executioner Hunter or people trying to spawn Void Breaches to trigger Devour constantly, that want to get targets volatile more than anything else, and having the consistency of your primary being able to do that all the time is gonna be the best in slot for those particular builds. So guys, while I'm certainly not saying I'm always right, I'm just trying to make the best content I can for you guys. If I say something is good, it's because I genuinely think it's good, and I'll explain exactly why in the video. Sorry about the rant, just had to get it off my chest, and thank you guys so much for the continued support over the years. I've been here since the Destiny 1 alpha. I'm not going anywhere. Anyways, something else that happened this week and what you've been seeing in the background gameplay is that you can go back into the Vexcalibur exotic mission, and as of this week, if you find a bunch of the hidden chests and get all of the Vexcalibur upgrades to access these hidden things within that mission, as well as this is your, I think, 3rd time doing it on the Legend difficulty, you'll officially be able to unlock every single perk for the Vexcalibur so you can craft it exactly how you want starting this week. So definitely, if you like that weapon, make sure to do that. But moving on from there to the brand new information within the TWAB, the first thing is that Bungie pays a touching tribute to Lance Reddick, the voice of Zavala, who tragically passed away at age 60 last week. And obviously the Destiny community was completely shocked by this. The whole world was completely shocked by this. Lance was such an incredible force within the space, both with gaming. He voiced many game characters, as well as in cinema. He was in the new John Wick 4 that just came out, and many other shows and series as well. But particularly with Destiny 2, Lance legitimately loved the game. In fact, he was playing Destiny 2 the day before his passing. So how will Bungie handle Zavala's character moving forward? We're just gonna have to wait and see. However, guys, moving on from there, Bungie released a huge Crucible update this week, talking about like all the things they're doing to improve PvP, including the following main points here. Updates to how maps and game modes are weighted, so people will get the maps they want more often, matchmaking adjustments and an explanation of Fireteam matchmaking, competitive matchmaking and how skill rating works, future competitive rewards and quality of life updates, upcoming Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris plans, and new and returning game modes. And the reaction from the PvP community was a little bit mixed. Most of the article is Bungie talking about tweaking existing systems to make the experience better, which is obviously a good thing, but I think a lot of PvP players really just want new content. More maps, especially more than like one a year that we're getting kind of right now, and just more new content in general rather than tweaks to existing content. However, something very big happening that everyone is really talking about is that for Trials of Osiris, the Mercy card is being changed to forgive 2 losses instead of 1. So going flawless will be easier than ever before, which is definitely a big deal in getting way more people into that Trials playlist. And for that playlist, I mean, a player population has always been a huge issue, so if more people are playing, it is generally better for everyone. But guys, moving on from there, starting at the next Tuesday reset, Raid Master Mode and Challenge Rotation is coming for the Root of Nightmares raid. So Bungie says, Raid Master difficulty offers a higher challenge and greater rewards, including armor with a weekly rotating stat focus. So if you're looking for Discipline armor, you can literally wait until it's like a Discipline week, and then complete your raids during that time to get armor weighted in that stat. Now, as for the weekly challenges, Bungie says they add an optional hidden objective to one encounter each week that, when completed, will grant extra loot. On normal difficulty, they drop double rewards. When cleared on master difficulty, they reward an adept raid weapon. So that's actually pretty important. If you're just doing the normal difficulty raids, you don't care about master, you still want to be doing those weekly challenges to just get an extra random drop. It might be armor, it might be a red border weapon, which can matter quite a bit. However, specifically on master, you will only get armor for every single encounter drop, right? Aside from the chests, I think. So you actually have to do those challenges in order to get the adept raid weapons. And these are going to be more valuable than ever before because Bungie says, as previously noted, enhancing Master Root of Nightmares adept weapons will be possible, allowing the traits that rolled on the weapon to be upgraded. This capacity will not be immediately available when the Master Raid launches and will arrive in the mid-season patch, but the raid adept weapons you acquire prior to this patch will still be available to be enhanced, so you want to avoid throwing away any good rolls. So essentially, if you get a absolute perfect god roll of an adept raid weapon, you can upgrade that so that those perks become enhanced perks, and then it becomes technically, if you get the perfect roll, better than a craftable version because it'll be adept and therefore can use adept mods. However, Bungie does mention that they're going to be updating Nezarec because he doesn't always respond to players when they're standing in a well of radiance, and therefore they say it should make Nezarec feel like a final god of pain, so he is going to be harder when this update goes through. In addition, they talk about how the jump pads throughout the raid can unintentionally kill you if you have an FPS above 60. But guys, keeping all of that in mind, this might be the hardest activity in the entire game when it goes live, because of those difficulty changes that came with Lightfall. So just like with Master Dungeons, where previously you could actually level up enough so you'd be at the same level of enemies within Master Dungeons, making it a lot easier, now, Master Dungeons, you are always below light. You're always like 20 light below at all times, no matter what your actual power level is. The same thing is going to apply to master raids for the first time ever. Like again, previously you could get up to a level parity. Now you can't. So it's basically like day one challenge mode, but the enemies are going to also get usually additional modifiers as well. They can't be stunned as much and stuff like that. And there's going to be more champions as well if Bungie continues what they've done with previous master raids where they do add more champions. So again, yes, you can technically get the best versions of the raid weapons possible, but it might be a doozy to get them. And then after that, Bungie actually moved the Lost Sector completion requirements to different Guardian ranks that you can see right here. So if you've been stuck on that, they may have been moved up and then you can advance your Guardian rank. And then guys, the last thing we're going to quickly talk about is today a new hotfix went live, 7.0.0.6. And they fixed some exotic weapons here, the Winterbite exotic glaive, the two-tailed fox's exotic catalyst. As you can see, they fixed an issue where too many passive armor charge benefits could deactivate artifact perks. They changed empowered finish to count as a finisher mod for purposes of mutual exclusivity. This mod can no longer be equipped alongside a finisher mod that also consumes an armor charge stack, and this was to prevent people from like getting infinite special ammo finishers and stuff like that. Also, guys, really the main thing is that they fixed an issue where the Cabal Thresher ships were doing more damage than intended. Those stupid ships would just one-shot you in so many activities, so everyone can finally stop backing out of the arms dealer strike when it comes up, and that's definitely a quality of life improvement I'm happy for. Guys, that is it for the video. I hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickKakis. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.